Good day, mates. We are the Odd Set. I'm Maddie, Liverpool supporter. You'll never walk alone.
I'm Ish, I'm a United boy.
Why so
I'm
quiet,
Ni-
bro?
That's right, relax, bro. The
Why
thing
so
doing well,
soft?
man. I'm Nitin. I'm a Spurs fan. Unfortunately,
And today we are extremely excited to have one of our dreams come true on the podcast. We always have the big six, right? Although some teams are no longer in the top six or so, but we call that the big six. But today you can, if you are watching us on YouTube, which you should subscribe to, by the way, if you still have not yet, you can find us on at the Odd Set TOS. If you can watch this, you will already know the club he supports. But if you are hearing or listening to us on Spotify, I'll let the guy take it away. Bro, introduce yourself and the team you support, man.
Hey, hi guys. I'm Kelvin. I support Leeds United, even though we are not the big six. Now we are wrapping the bottom six for now. Yeah, so yeah, so I mean I've been a Leeds supporter since a young age because of my dad. Then
Mhm.
yeah, just just from there on, I just carried on all through the years of suffering. League One, relegation, everything. The tears come down my eyes. Yeah, it's okay. But now we're back in the big time, and hopefully we can stay there. Yeah.
Is it Ismail and Nitin, like, is it a thing for you guys? Is it a family thing? Like me, I followed my late dad. He supported Liverpool, and then I went with Liverpool. Although my brothers are both United fans, and then for you guys, what was it like?
For me, I go first. My
go
dad
ahead, bro.
is a Liverpool fan lah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir. Shout out to your dad, man.
so is my brother lah. But I'm the only one who saw the light lah. So I support.
Nitin, what about you?
In my case, like Kelvin and Maddie, my father was a Spurs fan. My late dad was a Spurs fan. All my uncles from my mom's side were Spurs fans.
Oh,
So
really?
I got tricked into supporting this team lah.
The poor guy.
I always laugh with my late parents last time that y'all cursed me. I could have been taken away from the curse. Y'all could have let me support my own team, but y'all decided to curse me. But again, I think when you support teams like this, the moment where you win, you feel a bit more. And like last year when we won the Europa League, I think all the pain and suffering is worth it lah. So
Yeah.
in a way, it's a curse. In a way, it's a blessing. But yeah, was influenced by my family.
Nice. Well, that's a big group of Spurs fans.
Spurs
The
fans.
first
Yeah,
time
bro.
I've heard
Crazy,
about
right?
it. Kevin, for yourself, which was the year that you supported Leeds?
So technically, I mean, for my for my memory was our title winning season, the one that 1 year before the Premier League started wholly lah, the league title, the Howard
Mhm.
Wilkinson one. Those I had memories from that time. So I guess when my dad
Mhm.
started watching, I just supported Leeds.
So, in your opinion, who is the greatest Leeds player
My
up to now?
lifetime, Rafinha.
Oh, legit, Rafinha. So you wouldn't say like I remember the best Leeds team to be the ones with Mark Viduka, Harry Kewell, and all that, right? That is in my opinion.
Yeah.
Although you guys
Rafinha.
scammed us with Harry Kewell,
Yeah.
but Rafinha is doing mad things
Yeah.
at Barcelona now. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you?
The reason, just to put it into context, right? Rafinha single-handedly kept us up. I mean, there were players
Yeah.
around him. I don't know how to explain this to you all, but that guy single-handedly, there were games where I'm like, oh my God. Then suddenly he'll just pop up and then he'll do what he does. Yeah.
True.
So
This
he's the...
giving the
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Carry on. What you were saying?
No. I mean, from my time seeing a player, Rafinha is the best I've ever seen. I mean, I have like certain icons, Viduka and Betty.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
Rafinha,
Betty.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Then he did the knee throughout the length of the pitch, right? Because he's
Brentford.
yeah, nice. We will touch a lot more on Leeds as we go on. As you guys know, we were missing for game week 13, 14, and 15 because the games were thick and fast. I was away. I was in Japan. Nitin was in London, right, bro?
Yes,
And
sir.
then Heikel is now in mid-flight going back home. So Heikel will be back the next game week. Mid will also be back hopefully the next game week. So in that manner, let's start this off. Where do we want to start? Okay, I have two starting points. Do we start with um, Leeds United's resurgence, or do we start with something me and Nitin enjoyed over the weekend, which was Arsenal losing? Well, I think Leeds,
I think we
because
go with Leeds, sir.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so for game week 15, Leeds United played Liverpool at Leeds United were home, and then it was a game that this is my personal feeling about the game as a Liverpool fan. I think I told the guys online that we have to deal 15 minutes, and after that, if it's still 0-0, the game would be quite plain sailing for us. We dealt with it, and then it became a bit plain sailing at 2-0. But I think even then, Ismail made a remark that Liverpool needed to get the third goal to be comfortable. Then Konate had a head loss or whatsoever that he had, and then Leeds put back, and then Liverpool got in front again, and then in the stoppage time, Ismail's current favorite Leeds player, bro, correct, right?
Yeah,
Tanaka is your current favorite Leeds player.
The Japanese
Put
Rodri.
yeah, the Japanese Rodri, yeah, they call him.
Yeah.
Bro, based on form, right? I thought he did well over the last few weeks. Why did you think why did he not start
Tanaka.
Yeah. Would
Okay,
you have
he didn't
preferred him
start.
to start?
Okay, he didn't start Tanaka because he was like playing this his stubborn ass system. So Tanaka just didn't fit into that role that he wanted. Because he wants them to be a possession based. I mean Tanaka is good at that, but
Mm.
I don't know. So part of me thinks he's been very critical of Tanaka. So
Oh,
from what
really?
you know, right? So from a Leeds point of view, the fans and all this, there were he had those they have those like the managers have those like before the game they have he critical of Tanaka before and after the game.
Oh, in press conferences,
Press
right?
conferences, yes,
Yeah.
those stuff. So he was like saying, oh, he could have done better, he could have done this, he could have done that. Yeah, that kind of thing. So I think
Mhm.
but I think this one, for him, Tanaka, he has high standards of him, which is
Mhm.
fair enough. Because that guy, if he decides to raise his level, he's pretty decent. Premiership quality.
Mhm. Did you feel you guys deserve the point, or do you feel like you guys deserved more
Nah,
from
point.
the game? A
Before the
point.
game started, I'm like, if we can take a point from this, it will be good. Because I think from the high of Chelsea, they expended a lot of energy in that game.
Mhm.
So I'm like, fine with a point. I don't mind. I mean, it's a reigning champions. You'll take a point anytime. Even no matter how badly they're playing or whatever, you just take the point.
Mhm.
We need every point that we can get.
Mm-hmm. I was saying to the guys also before the game, like usually like a Leeds United fixture for Liverpool, I wouldn't bet an eyelid. Like we've had tough games against Leeds United before, but we always like get it over the line. I remember the COVID season, I think it was a 3-3 or 4-3 or
4-3.
5-3, and then
Start
right
the first
Salah
game,
had to score a penalty or something like that. But this was the first time as a Liverpool fan, like I couldn't see where this game was going to go. I could even predict like will Liverpool even get a point? At the end of the day, I feel like a bit disappointed that we did not get all 3 points. But at the same time, it's like based on our current form, I think it's a good thing we did not lose, because when we go to these places with the crowd fully backing the home team, we seem to struggle. So after the game, this has been talked about for 2-3 days already. Salah dropped his bombshell. He said that he's been thrown under the bus. This is coming off 3 games being on the bench, and this game he wasn't even out for a warm up. Like even when Liverpool were packed back to 2-2, right? He wasn't seen warming up. There was Isak warming up. I think McAllister was out there warming up and all that. But Salah stayed on the bench, and then he dropped this bombshell. I've spoken at length with the boys about this on our Telegram group chat. So, Kevin, I want to know, what are your feelings as an outsider about what Salah did? Do you think it was the right thing to do, or could it have been better handled?
Yeah. All he needed to do was just shut up.
Correct,
Salah is
bro.
a baby. Yeah. I mean, if I noticed something about him, when he wanted his contract, he
Mhm.
did the exact same
Kept
thing.
going to the press, right?
Go
He
to the
picks his
press.
moments to go to the press. It's
Yeah.
very calculated. Not
Calculated.
good.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good. So I mean, personally, when I heard that, I mean, I relish in the chaos of other clubs. I just laughed. Yeah. So I was like, what a dumbass. I don't know what he's expecting from this. All he's doing is
Mm,
just alienating himself, lah. I mean, what did he
yeah.
expect? Does he think that he's gonna get slot set? That's not gonna happen. They are gonna back
Yeah.
this guy all the way until the end of the season. He is
Mhm.
the one that's gonna go.
Right. So for context, I was telling the boys before this whole Salah thing that I feel personally, I feel that Slot does not have this. So I told the boys that Slot has to go before whatever happened. So when they were backing the manager throughout this rough period, after spending whatever we spent, it went to show that they're gonna back Slot, whether it's until the end of the season, or to January, or at least it was always going there was always going to be one winner in this case when it comes to who FSG was going to back. So like you mentioned, when Salah did this, I don't know what was he expecting out of it. Like, by saying this out, do you think like Slot's going to be like, okay, next game let me start you? And then no, right? That was never going to happen. And then rightly so, they didn't bring him for the Inter Milan game, which happened this morning. Liverpool beat Inter Milan 1-0. He was completely left out. I'm not sure how this will pan out. And as much as like I have like gathered your opinions about it, right? As a Liverpool fan, it hurts because this is one of our biggest legend. I always say that if Steven Gerrard was not born in Liverpool, it will be a big case for people to say in the modern era that Salah is our greatest player. But I have no issues with Gerrard being our greatest ever. But because of the goals, the numbers that he put up, I was one who always backed Salah over Mane. When people were like, when Mane left, some of them were saying that Salah should have been the one leaving because Mane was less selfish, right? More team oriented. But I said because of the numbers that Salah can bring, he has to stay. And even last year uh, I felt strongly that I felt quite annoyed by whatever he did, like keep going to the press every time about his contract when we were trying to push on all fronts. And then, but I felt that he deserved at this. When you look at it, Van Dijk was in a similar position, right? Contracts ending, but you never heard that from Van Dijk. Like he didn't keep coming to the press. He's always like, whatever happens, stays indoors, or we'll sort it out at the end of the season, that sort of thing. But now that Salah's goals have been taken out, assists have been taken out, I think he deserves to be on the bench. And he's a legend, no doubt. But anyone that feels that this is wrong to do to Salah, in my honest opinion, feel like you should look out of the fact that Salah is a legend for Liverpool. Everybody has to perform. And as I think, even not just the big clubs, whatever club it is, right? You're always going to say that uh, no one player is bigger than the club, because the moment you let it happen, and then player power comes into play, and then I'm not the biggest Slot supporter at the moment, but I 100% agree with whatever that's going on. In back doors, we don't know what's going on. Have they been harsh about it? So that I'm not sure, but he still needed to keep quiet. And especially where Liverpool are at the current moment, we've been bad. This season has brought about a lot of question marks. The least you can do at this point of time is, to me, just keep it internal. Like don't dish out. Yeah, maybe if you were thrown under the bus, for all we know, we don't know what's going on, right? he might have been thrown under the bus, but still keep it internal. But
It's an
now
imaginary
he's
bus.
what bus is this? Magic school bus? Or
I don't know what. Just very simple. I mean, this entire thing is what people players need to understand is always side before self. It's your team
Mhm,
first. No one cares.
mhm.
Yeah. The fans do not care about your ego and all this. You're playing like
Yeah,
shit. So
and
either you work harder in training, that's it. Then you get in, you get in.
yeah, that's what I feel like. And of course now the Arab community seem to be backing him mostly, and
Yeah.
then the
I was
the
reading they want to ban Jamie Carragher from entering EJ ball.
I don't mind. I
Dramatic.
don't mind. Actually, they ban him is pretty good.
they should
One less
ban
country.
him from coming to Singapore also because his mom will be at the airport to welcome Jamie Carragher and spit in his face.
That guy
His
talks a
mom,
lot of shit. Along with
yeah,
A
Gary
bit too
Neville.
much, lah, right? I feel he takes
Yeah.
it. He goes a bit personal, which shouldn't be the case in punditry, you know.
but I think this is what I think a few weeks ago I told you guys about this, right? Amorim at one point of time, because Sean Dyche, before he became a manager of Forest again, he was doing punditry and he said that he will do a better job. So they asked Amorim about it, and Amorim said, if he's not saying these things, I wouldn't want to watch him. Right? It has to be some outrageous takes. Of course, there are pundits like Carragher, one of them, that goes overboard and says some stupid things. But there are truths to it. Like I think one of the points that I agreed with Carragher, right? This season when he been critical about Salah, especially after this interview came out, right, was him saying that against I think Frankfurt or a few other times whereby Salah could have just put the ball to 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 other players to just step in, like players like Woods. One of the remember I shared with you
The
guys
one
before,
he
right?
wanted. Yeah, he took a shot.
Yeah, and Woods, because it would have given confidence to. So what in Carragher Woods, it was like just pass it to Woods, let him score, and then go up to him
Yeah,
and
that
then
is
say like
confidence.
this is going to be your team taking forward, because we as Liverpool fans acknowledge that Salah is great. The numbers that he give off this season, we don't care about it. If he helps the other players, we'll be more appreciative of it, because given that
I
there's
just add
massive
add
like
on.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I just add on something. So Carragher is the kind of guy, right? So if this was the Salah from last season, and he did the
Mhm,
exact same thing where he took a shot instead of passing it to Woods, Carragher would have said,
mhm,
"Oh no, it's okay. Salah is in form. He's
mhm.
up there. He needs to get that job." It's all BS. They just say
Yeah.
the things
Bro,
just
this
to
guy
inflame.
is bro, he's a drunk Indian uncle at the
Yeah,
any
yeah,
wedding you go lah. He's a
yeah.
fucking idiot.
See,
It's
this is
too
why
much.
I said
Sometimes he
Singapore
talks too
should
much
ban.
crap.
No,
Yeah.
wait. I tell you, bro. Okay, I do agree with, but in terms of like whatever he said during the recent things, right? Like if you actually
Yeah.
listen to it, actually he pointed out to me that he said if actually Carragher wasn't the one saying it, a lot of people will agree.
Yeah,
Right? The
correct.
fact that it's Carragher, everyone is a bit enraged. But obviously, you call your club legend a Chelsea reject. It's crazy. Fucker is Bombo Kalas. He's finished. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm telling
this
you
is over
this.
the top. But like, I always try to make sense out of what nonsense is coming out from people's mouth, right? So I believe that Carragher is a bit emotional because at the end of the day, where he's a shit defender, although he got us some things, and then yeah, for whatever reason he'll be a club so-called legend at the end of the day. I think he was offended by the fact that it is his club that people are talking about right now. And a lot of people are going like, oh, Liverpool will not be Liverpool without Salah. There's truth to it, but football is not a one-man sport, right? So I believe that that is the angle he's coming from. Although, yeah, some of the things he said were over the top. But a lot of opinions are going to be passed around up until the Brighton game, because at the end of it, he said that he's invited his mom, he's invited his family. He feel like it might be the last game, and then you can see what's going to happen at the Brighton game. So if Slot decides that I have a team that just beat Inter Milan away from home, and if he wants to stick to it, the narrative of that game, will be, oh, Slot might have potentially benched Salah for his last game ever for Liverpool. If he starts Salah, then it's going to be like, oh, so it was just a one game fallout. So according to Slot, this story is not, this chapter has not been closed. Somebody can make the first move, whether it's him or Salah, talk to each other. We'll see. But my gut is I feel like Salah will leave in January, because if this carries on, even if Slot reinstates Salah in the Brighton game, right? And then in March, if he decides that Salah is not good enough and then benches him for another 3 games, this can happen again. So FSG is probably going to be like, well, what do we do? Should we keep having this thing going on and on through the rest of the season? But I believe January is the way out. I hope some Saudi clubs. It hurts me to say, like I said, it hurts me because he's one of my favorite players and he's a Liverpool legend. He gave us so many of our good memories, but everyone has their time, right? When you're not performing, and then when you've hit a certain age, we know that it's not going to be like let him rediscover his form, right? He'll be 34 this year, or he'll be 34 next year. I'm not sure. So you are looking at, of course, not the best way to send off one of our best players, but at the end of the day, the club is bigger than anything. So if he has to go, he has to go. If they got to back the manager, then don't half-ass it. Just back the manager.
My
Get the
whole
money.
issue, my whole issue with this is the timing of it. It's 3 games on the bench, right? Let's put it into context. And at this period, the 3 games is in the span of like 7 to 9 days. No?
Yeah, correct.
So, in context of his whole career at Liverpool, right? This is a tiny part of his career at Liverpool, and for him to overreact to this point, is just wrong, especially when your club is not in the best of form.
Yeah.
So I think the correct thing to do would have been to go to AFCON, come back and reevaluate. And then if you're still not playing, in January, make a statement. Because in January you can leave, there are options for you.
Bro.
But he just couldn't wait. He was just these 3 games was a bit too much for him to take. And I just don't understand the whole timing of it.
Imagine you're
He's
sitting in the bench and then itching like, okay, I cannot wait for this.
3 game already. I cannot. I need to talk to the
He
like a
scratched
bit
his
much.
hand.
Like this, again, this is not me dissing Salah, the player. Salah is an
we will
incredible
never.
player. He's one of the Premier League greats.
Yeah, correct.
Incredible left foot, incredible pace when he was younger. But like you mentioned, Roy, he's turning 34, I think, next year.
Yeah.
And with wingers, that's the age where things start
Yeah.
to deteriorate. So the timing of things, like he was wrong to do it, and club legends shouldn't behave that way.
Yeah, so definitely. So enough of that Salah thing. Kevin, I want to ask you one thing before we move to another game. So you guys are back off a good result against Chelsea. You guys beat Chelsea 3-1, and then you guys drew with us 3-3 all. You guys are currently, what's your league standing?
I think it's
Is it
16. 16. Below
okay, let
us
me quick.
is West Ham.
Yes, correct. You guys are 16 on 15 points, and then Forest are below you guys with 15. Wolves are going to be relegated for sure.
Wolves are gone.
So,
Yeah.
do you think that you can stay in the Premier League this season?
Actually,
Yes.
1 second. Let me just add in to Maddie's point about the recent form. So recent form for Leeds is 3-3 against Liverpool, 3-1 against Chelsea, 3-2 loss to Man City, 2-1 loss to Aston Villa. So you guys have had a tough run of fixtures, but you've kind of come out of it with a lot of credit. Those games were close against the top sides. Yeah.
What difficult
So,
teams?
But those were the
all
games.
were close games,
Yeah, no, but those were the games that no one expected us. Even the Leeds fans were like,
Correct.
oh shit. But the fact is, the front end one were the ones we were expected to get results. We fucked that one up. Then the the one at the back end, those were the ones where we decided, my job is on the line. Then Mr. Fuck decided, I need to do the system change. Yeah. Crazy, yeah.
So can you guys beat the drop this season?
Yes, can.
100%. Oh yeah, I have to ask you about Daniel Farker, right? A lot of people were unsure about him coming into this season.
Me,
Like
I
that's
also.
what. Yeah. So has your opinion changed about it?
No.
What is your main
Uh,
issue with this guy?
Okay,
Is it his
but he's
Daniel
proved me
Parker?
wrong. Yeah, he's proved me wrong now. Okay, but back in the yeah, I saw enough of his team that I knew that if this guy comes into the Premier League, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem. I don't. He's very. He does not. He does not change his system much, and
Mm-hmm.
It took him like he literally was like 24 hours from like if that Man City game, I think if they got ass handed to them, that would have been his
Mm-hmm.
last game. So
No,
in the second half, he decided to like, I think I need to just do something about this. He finally changed. Like we've been calling out, change to the 3-5-2. Our best defender works best in a three man. We have a
who's that?
midfield which is so basically it's on the left is
Rodon.
Struck, Biol, and Rodon.
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 Yeah, this will be the Biol is just better in a three. Yeah, everybody was like play a three, and then our left and right fullbacks, they are pretty. They're pretty good for Premiership. I like you could take them out of this team, you could put them in like teams like Fulham or
United also
or
can, bro. Useless bunch.
Ken. Dalo is dog shit. Yeah,
Correct.
Ken. Yes.
I can't believe we haven't gotten to a United segment, and I can't believe there is no
Really.
Heikel, but at about 26-minute mark, Dalo's name has been mentioned with the word
Yeah.
dog shit.
If you're dog
So,
shit, you're dog shit. Yeah.
yeah, dog shit, yeah, dog shit. So usually before the season started, I think my predictions were whoever came up, two of them will go down along with Wolves. But now that I am introduced to you, I wish you all the best. I hope Leeds United stick, because Leeds United, to me, like Leeds United along like teams like
Heritage clubs.
for me personally, like Blackburn, right? Like deserve Hi Arif, if you're listening, along with teams like Blackburn, right? Deserve to be in the Premier League. And then Leeds' brand of football is also, it's nice to watch, right? They're not going to be like sitting back and then defending. So I hope you guys make it. We will
Same
definitely
here.
have more episodes with you down the line,
All the best.
and we hope
know.
we wish your club all the best. So
Just stay up.
from staying up issues, let's go to the top end of the Premier League,
No,
which has
Dalo.
we will come to that for sure. Diego Dalo. Um, in the 3 weeks, in the 3 game weeks, we have now seen the Premier League top winners, the potential title winners. The point difference now is 2 between Arsenal and Manchester City, because before I went to Japan, I felt like Arsenal are running away with it. Now that I'm back from Japan, it feels like, oh, can the same shit happen again? And then now Aston Villa are just 3 points away from Arsenal. Although I do not believe that Aston Villa are going to win the league or anything. So brings us to the game: Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1.
Woo.
Nitin thoroughly enjoyed, as you guys can see from his Spurs jersey. Bro, Nitin, what do you make of that game? We will touch on a bit more of Arsenal's games results previously, but what do you make of this game?
I watched this game. I was hate watching, to be completely honest. Hoping for Aston Villa to win. The way they got it was in such dramatic fashion at the end. I thought they fully deserved their victory. Aston Villa were competitive from start to end, something that, Spurs weren't in our North London derby with Arsenal. But Aston Villa were. I thought Tielemans was absolutely superb. He was the outstanding player on the pitch for me. He really controlled things for Aston Villa, did his job defensively and offensively. I thought Martinez had a great game. I thought Arsenal didn't have a bad game, but they weren't good either. I thought in the first 10-15 minutes, Arsenal, they created a few chances. Eze scored an offside goal. Other than that, I thought Aston Villa definitely deserved the win. It was great to see the Arsenal reactions after the goal was considered at the end. I saw
Yeah,
David Raya doing the Randy Orton RKO.
a few players were
All
doing
of
the
them,
same.
all
Yeah.
of them did it in the
All of them.
books.
It was all head loss, bro. Crazy head
Yeah.
loss. And it's crazy to think, you look online, we spoke to Miff as well.
Mm.
The overreaction from the Arsenal fans, because you
Yeah,
think about
correct.
it, just a couple of, a week ago, maybe, when they beat Bayern, they were the top of the Premier League. They were the top of
Top
the
of the
Champions
Champions
League. They're talking about being the best team in Europe. And then suddenly one loss and you
One
see
loss
things
is a hit loss.
start to shake, things start to crumble. So it's great to see from my point of view. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. I thought Aston Villa were deserved winners in the end. And huge congrats to Emery. You could see how much it meant to him as well on the touchline, how he celebrated. So congratulations to Aston Villa and Emery.
I think one of the biggest issue for Arsenal fans going into this game was the injuries to the centre backs that they have. Right, so Gabriel wasn't around and Saliba wasn't around. Mosquera was not around as well. But with that being said, they had the starting pairing of Timber and Hincapi, right?
Still very good.
That's
Yeah, correct.
which I feel like it's good enough to cover. Like imagine now, okay, when you mentioned dog shit, right, Kelvin? If
Yes.
Van Dijk or Konate goes down, then that's when although these two guys are performing like that too, we don't have the cover. Arsenal can lose 3 quality centre backs and still have 2 more to play, and then they feel like that was the issue. But here's why I feel they feel that is the issue. Because if Arsenal win the league, it's going to be because of their defense. So that is why I feel like they feel this Gabriel injury, it has derailed the season. But any team can go to Villa Park and then lose, right? I
Yeah.
think that can be said about Liverpool, that can be said about
Right.
United, that can be said about City. I think Arsenal had a bad first half in which Azemit was quite critical about Aze's performance in the first half, and rightly so.
bro.
They
Rightly so.
subbed him out, right? They subbed him out,
Oh.
brought Trossard, and then Trossard scored. So Arteta tried to make changes, and then he brought on Gyökeres, who has not been it so far.
Just got
Kevin,
back from
what's
injury, right? Just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, but I
Kevin, what's
think
your
go ahead.
thoughts on Victor Gyökeres up to this point of the season?
Nothing special. I mean,
Nothing.
just fair enough.
Somebody
Nothing
agreed.
special. Yeah, because he'll come good. He definitely is gonna come good. But it's just that he came into the season unfit. You could see it, like he was like unfit, and then now it's like disruption after disruption. So it'll be very hard for him. Arsenal is now playing at such a high level, right? If you are
Yeah.
carrying an injury or you are off it, you will be found out. It's just like that. You will be found out. Then
That's correct.
yeah.
Yeah,
But Eze
Ismail,
cannot play. Eze cannot play on the left, lah. Actually,
Yeah, correct.
He must
As-
play. He must play the 10. But yeah, lah. That's why the first half the performance he got hooked at halftime, and like some of my Arsenal friends like outside they actually complaining about Eze lah, because like during the North London derby he can turn up and do these kind of
Turn up.
things.
Yeah.
There were a few games actually in this season, right, whereby you feel like he's a bit underwhelming, but suddenly next game he scores like 3 goals or 2 goals, this kind of thing. So.
Right.
But actually, I
think
think it's not a problem with him. I think you play him as left wing,
position,
then
right?
I think it's the
Position.
position.
it's a position. And if you play him there, obviously, what do you expect? You will expect him to be what? Like, do whatever he's done in the middle? No, what? Cannot be, right?
So
But
what
the
Arteta
centre
needs
back
to
pairing
do-
is actually, it's quite, as you said, like the season kind of depends on their strong defense. So obviously, you take out Gabriel, right? Still okay. You take out Saliba, maybe still okay. But Mosquera, you take out. So it's like they actually, the whole foundation is shook a bit because of that thing. But I feel like there are still 2 points ahead. There's no reason to panic like that lah, because City is probably going to drop points. Villa is probably going to start dropping points once they go into Euro full force. So honestly, they don't have to be that worried lah. But I understand like the scar tissues of the last
Scar tissues.
of the last few seasons lah. Like. But at the same time, I feel this is a different Arsenal side from what I see. Like they're a bit more resolved in terms of their mindset. But yeah, I mean, cannot panic too much lah. Panic too much, die also.
Yeah, I see they just
Mhm.
need to chill. I mean, this is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
long
relax.
season. They just
I
need to
think they
chill.
got
The
it.
fans also need to chill also. Yeah, they will be
I
fine.
think Henry summed it up well. Summed it up well yesterday. He said he's talking about the head loss. When all the Arsenal players were reacting like that, he wasn't a fan of it, and he said sometimes the fear of winning is bigger than the fear of losing.
Mhm.
I think that sums it up for Arsenal. I think there's a lot of pressure on them to win. I think they feel it. Arteta feels it, and if they do not get a hold of it, things can turn toxic very quickly. So they just need to
Yeah,
chill. They're still in a good
No,
position.
honestly, I think they got it lah. I just feel they just need to get out of the headspace where they feel like, hey, fuck, one draw is equals to a loss. Like the Sun, actually, you all started versus Sunderland the game.
Sunderland, right?
Yeah, like that sent them in a frenzy where they have to catch now. They have to catch if they want to win the league lah. Because if
Yeah.
a draw like that can set you up that way
Mhm.
but obviously that being said,
Especially when you
the injuries.
concede towards the end. I think the Sunderland game they
minute.
conceded towards the end, and then
I mean, they
this
take pride
game,
in like clean sheets. They take pride in like being ironclad their defense, right?
Yeah.
So I guess a foundation when it kind of a bit shaken. But yeah, they have to believe in the fact that their quality, the depth that they have is fantastic. Perhaps wait for this Kai Havertz come back. I'm telling you, that guy will change the way they play also.
yeah,
Honestly,
so
I
Yeah, but how do they fit him in? Now they've
I
got
think-
Eze, they've got Odegaard, they've got Hazard. So, not Hazard, Havertz.
bro,
So unless
I think
Havertz takes
Gyökeres is not
the
going to
number
start.
9, you
Yeah,
think so?
Gyökeres not going to start.
It's a 60, 70 million
No,
dollar
no.
signing.
For example, right? My thing is this. Okay, so when you play like against big centre backs, Gyökeres is going to give. You have seen what
Yeah.
he does against big centre backs. That being said, yeah, he does open up space. He runs into the channel, takes defenders away. But Kai, his movement is actually very good.
Mhm.
Kai was like, you like it or not, I mean, he doesn't like score a lot of goals, but his movement is very good and it opens up things for Saka and whoever is playing on the left lah. But I think Arsenal, right, they should get not a marquee signing lah. I would say a left winger who is of a decent standard lah. I'm not saying Trossard and Martinelli is not, but we have seen in the past like how they might suffer in that place. Like the fact that you have to play Eze or stuff like that shows that you actually need someone who is very good there lah. So I think the
But
only place they can not rectify, kind of add on to kind of cement this title, right, is put someone on the left who constantly come in, cut in, score goals. and
Does
stuff
Salah
like
play
that.
on the left? Just
I'm
kidding.
not sure,
Can,
bro.
the
Suddenly he's
stats,
on the bench.
Yeah.
Salah can play on the bench. Yeah, so the reason why this lead has been cut into 2 points is because at Gameweek 13, Arsenal drew against Chelsea, against 10-man Chelsea.
they could have lost that game against them,
large-
Chelsea.
Chelsea had a
large
wonderful
budget.
game lah. That one Chelsea was Reece James.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he was superb.
Oh, no wonder my FPL points, because I didn't catch much games when I was away in Japan. So I saw the results, and then I saw the head loss starting then, and then they won against Brentford 2-0, and then this result happened, which is why the lead has been cut into two. Let's touch on the other side though. Emery got it spot on. And I did not realize until like after the game, I think they showed the table, and then Aston Villa are third. So Ismail, I give you this this moment to talk about Aston, because you were happy about how they were performing at the start of the season, and then now they are third, and they're just 3 points away from the leaders Arsenal. What have you made of their season so far?
Like banter aside, although they're a piece of shit team, but then
Bro,
no,
why
but
are you hating them, man?
there's a specific reason why, and if the person is watching this pod, they will know also. Anyways,
So there is a person watching this pod, and there's a specific reason. So you seem to be an Aston Villa fan. If you're an Aston Villa fan and you want to come on board, let us know. We should bring you on
let us know. They call me,
Yeah.
then I will not answer
Side
your
by
phone.
side. Yeah,
when
together you want to.
United plays Aston Villa is when we should bring
It's
you
okay.
on.
It's normal. There's 3 things in life that's constant. Okay, death, tax, and us beating Villa is normal. I've never
Oh,
seen.
That's true.
It's
You
normal.
guys messed up their UCL.
Yeah, I was so
UCL.
happy when we. But anyways, dude, I have mad respect for them because
Mhm.
Unai, I mean, I really rate him as manager.
Mhm.
Whatever he has done, with the budget that he had. In fact, their PSR, right, they actually up like 5 million or something because they had to sell off all their players.
Yeah, they sold
and all this
only, I think they sold Jacob
Jacob Ramsey.
right?
Jacob Ramsey, but
Full
it's
profit.
a homegrown, and so
Correct.
the homegrown thing, right?
Pure
Like,
profit.
but with what they had, like for example, last season they could still like not rent, what's it called, loan, sorry. they could loan Rashford, Asensio. You could see how these two players changed their season. However, this season they couldn't really reinforce as much. But however, they are doing with what they have. They have the freedom fighter now, lah. The freedom fighter is the one that
And-
headed the ball in for the
Was
goal,
involved.
actually. He was involved in the goal. So I am very, very amazed to see how this team basically is the same team that Gerrard had at Villa,
yeah.
right? Basically, almost 8 identical players inside, and which he almost fucked the whole team up with. But you can see that how a good manager can potentially change, can come in and adapt and change and stuff. So them as a team also, and I feel like as much as I know I bantering, they didn't deserve that loss to United because it wasn't a goal and whatever. Fucked up their whole season, because if they're in the Champions League, they get a few more $1 million. They could have reinvested and all that.
They
But
would
I
not
think
have signed Sancho, I think.
they would have signed Sancho. They never signed it. They loaned him anyway. So it's a good thing. They are doing what they can with what they have, and I hope they make it. I hope they win the league, lah. You know, in an event, if someone weird wins the league, I'd rather Villa win the league, lah.
But even if it's not weird, right? I'd rather Villa.
Oh, I want
win the
Arsenal
league.
to win the league. It's either Villa or Arsenal.
Nah, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
No,
Bro, come on, bro.
Don't say that, bro.
Bro,
Come on.
really,
Kevin,
bro.
do you
Come on, Villa can win the league.
I
man.
don't like
mind.
City, lah. I don't like City, lah.
So
Liverpool,
put
I don't
that
like
Villa
Villa.
lah, Villa.
I got a question for you. Do you want okay, of course we don't want these teams to win the league, but if it has to happen, do you want Arsenal to win the league or do you want Man City to win the league? Of course we want Villa to win the league, but who would you rather have? Because me and Meet hate the idea that Arsenal can win the league this year, and then we don't want it to happen.
I don't really have a favorite, like who I want or anything. I just think as it stands now, Arsenal is the team that is going to win it. Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. I thought we were friends.
It's facts lah. I mean, he does with some.
This how it is. This is how life
some
is.
facts. So
I call it out. Dalu is dog shit, you know.
It's fine, bro.
Villa is I think 5 wins in a row.
5 Premier League wins in a row, 7 wins in total if you include
Insane,
Europa League. So they are on a run, man.
So what you're saying, right? Because when you were like comparing Gerrard, the same team, I mean Gerrard is a crappy manager.
Yeah,
Emery is
probably is, man.
elite. Like Emery is an elite manager. You could take him and you could put him in like, okay, maybe not Wolves or Burnley or whoever. That guy is gonna make you
keep
like
them up, right?
better. Yeah.
I think
That
for
is how
Gerrard,
good he is.
when it came to Gerrard, it was about the Rangers after 50
He was flying
years,
from the Rangers thing, yeah.
right. So I
But
think that is why.
Let's be fair, SPL, the Scottish Premier League, the standard is horrendous.
Different. I think
Yeah.
Gerrard did okay when he came on, like initially, and then he just went down. So for Liverpool fans as well, if you guys are saying that Gerrard should take over as
Nah,
interim, bro, this
No
this
way.
is already going
Your risk
like
better.
this is already a shit show. Don't
your
ask
minister.
for further.
Danger.
Yeah.
So
That was crazy when I read something that they wanted, Gerrard is willing to step in. I'm like, what?
this is the problem. This is even Ferdinand recently said, he told Gerrard to get ready because he's going to be bad for Arne Slot, and then they're going to call Gerrard. This
All
is the
these-
problem when
The Lulu, all these people.
when you treat legends bigger than the job they are supposed to do.
Exactly.
We
Yes.
all know Gerrard cannot do it, and then if I'm okay. If the season is already like we cannot make it to top 4, and then for sentimental reason you bring in Gerrard, but with the idea that it's over in May, we're gonna get a brand new manager. That's the only possibility whereby I see Gerrard. But if you are
Don't do
talking
it, bro.
about
Don't do it.
replacing Slot
Yeah.
when you still have a fight for the top places, if that's what you're looking at, then you shouldn't be doing it. So let's see if Aston Villa can. But I think like UCL position is definitely okay for them, right?
Yes.
Like if we think
That
about
is
this
what they are
season.
aiming for.
No lah, but I
Yeah.
tell you, once the mid games go full force, right, they don't have the squad to make it through lah. I
Yeah,
honestly,
correct.
that's what I
That's the
feel.
problem. No, that is the big problem for them.
I think they will fall off if that. I suspect they might fall off like February, that kind of February, March, because you see, now Unai is a master at winning the Europa.
Yeah, correct.
Done it many times, and we know what his focus is going to be. So the thing is, you want to focus on this and focus on that. They don't have the depth. They don't have the squad. That is possibly one of the only reason why they might fall off lah. Other than
But it's
that,
a
no
good
lah. I mean,
good
result
point
wise.
you touch on. If Emery is a good manager at winning the Europa, then he can focus on either one and get them to the Champions League places eventually,
Either
right?
or lah. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about like in the league position. I don't think it's gonna last for that long. I mean,
But
The way,
for
the
Euro,
league is going is hard to maintain. Like
it's
everyone
hard
is
to maintain lah. Cannot.
murdering each other.
Everyone
Like,
is winning everyone. Everyone winning everyone,
yes,
bro.
exactly. Leeds beat Chelsea. No one expected that. I myself
Correct.
didn't expect
right.
that. Yeah, so these kind of results, it's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, we were mentioning. So let's touch on that bit whereby what's the point difference in the Villa is now currently on 30 points. They are third. And if you look all the way up to maybe 12 where Newcastle are, the point difference is just 8 points. So it is going to be, if you look at it in that perspective, then it's only 9 points from second all the way to 12. So it's going to be a topsy-turvy season. So let's see how it goes. So now we'll go into the other team that is giving Arsenal fans PTSD, Manchester City, right? So Man City are on a okay run, but Ryan Shirky, we have to talk about the assist, right? What an assist, man! What an assist by that guy. So they won this game week, and then the week before they had, as in the game week before, they had a ridiculous game, a 5-4 against Fulham.
Yeah.
How can you concede 4 goals against Fulham? That
At
is
home,
why I
sir.
think a lot of us feel like the Fulham game was
No,
away, right?
Fulham was away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is why a lot of people feel like Man City cannot sustain the title charge. But I, on the other hand, believe that what Arsenal are dependent on, their defense, to win the league. Man City at this point of time with a firing Foden, Doku that might turn up here, turn up there, and then
Dancing Doku, they call him.
they've got Shirky, creative.
Man City is taking the Kevin Keegan route. We'll just
Yes,
score more
man.
than you.
I like to see it, to be
Outscore.
honest.
Yeah.
I
Right.
like to see it.
I keep telling these guys, right, there's something about this Pep Guardiola that seems evil. He laughs, he kisses the fourth official. You don't know, and then he celebrates crazy after games. There's something up his sleeves that he know, that I feel that deep down he knows that he can do this. He can creep up and win. But the defense is the one that is of concern. So, Ismam, you don't believe that Man City can go all the way because
Can I
you
just
believe that
I think
what is the
yeah.
status with their 115 count? Are they like going to get relegated or
there's gonna
something?
be
I
a-
mean,
I don't
like,
think anything's going to happen. I don't
There's
think
yeah.
going to be a
anything's gonna
verdict before Christmas, apparently. I don't
before
know. I mean,
Christmas.
Just give
I
it
can't.
just give the verdict after the season. Let them catch up.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'll be quite upset
Just let
if
them
like they
take over Arsenal, win the title, then they say, oh no.
Correct. Yeah.
Then next season when they get relegated, Arsenal fans will get the title that they've been dreaming of because Man City got relegated and the title taken away.
The Man City's
Yeah.
attack is scary, bro. Okay, Haaland hasn't scored in like I think 3 games, right? Like I think he hasn't scored because I captained him. Haaland did nothing. Okay,
He scored against Fulham, I think.
Yeah.
He scored against
I
Fulham.
think he had 1 goal or something. But
Yeah.
dude, I tell you, this guy, right, like it's quite scary because if he has a bad game, or actually he doesn't have a bad game, he just doesn't score, this Foden will turn up. And then if
Yeah.
Foden has a bad game, Cherki turns up. Cherki has a bad game, Doku turns up. So the attack is actually crazy, formidable. But the reason why I believe that they will not last the whole way is because of the defense.
Mhm.
But knowing Man City, right, they will reinforce in January. These fellas
But
will
They need
always
Rodri.
find a way.
wrong though.
They need
They
Rodri back.
miss Rodri.
Yeah.
But I tell you, so I don't think like they will last the whole way because of the fact that the defense is leaky. How do you concede 4 goals to Fulham? Okay, like maybe one off lah, but
Anything
even
is
I
possible.
feel that okay, but I don't see them lasting the whole way because leaky, too leaky. Like to win, you need to make sure that okay, like you can out attack, outscore, but you still need to. There are certain games where like you cannot concede. You have to
Yeah,
hold,
correct.
and then you will
Sometimes
play.
it doesn't work. Like I think one of the seasons Liverpool had was the same, right? They're trying to outscore everybody with Sturridge and Suarez.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, it still didn't work out because there'll be games that you need to be watertight. But then if your defense, that is why I think a lot of us, although I don't want to agree to it, I feel like Arsenal might have the upper hand when it comes to this. But
No lah.
yeah, no lah, bro.
No lah.
But in January, the problem is to reinforce. We saw what Man City did last year when they went out in January and spent about, what was it, like, was it 150 or 200 million?
150 lah.
And then they signed Mamouche, they signed Kushanov and
Yeah.
Victor Reis, right? Some of the likes
Correct.
that we've not even seen in recent games. So you, to get like a solid player to come in, unless they go for Mark Gahey, maybe they convince him like, dude, let me get you in
They're
January.
going for
right?
Elliot Anderson now also. So
Oh
it's
really?
going to be a scary. Yeah.
But I don't see Forest like giving him up in January, especially if they are in the bottom of
Not in
bottom
January,
pile and then
yes.
trying to escape relegation, right? It's going to be very difficult to get the player of stature of like Elliot Anderson. But we will see. We will see. So before, I think Man City drew before this game, right? Oh no, they won 5-4, and then there was a Newcastle game. Is it before that?
They lost that one,
Correct.
right?
So
To one.
they went 5-4. They beat Leeds 3-2. Then before that, they
Oh,
lost
yeah.
2-0 to Leverkusen. They
Okay.
lost 2-1 to Newcastle.
The Newcastle.
I
So
think the
they
Newcastle one
are.
we covered that week, right?
So yeah,
I
correct.
think, yeah.
So there's like the 3-game win in the Premier League, right? Which is seen them. They made light work out of Sunderland though. Like Sunderland have been
Yes.
giving, but I think when
Sunderland are in
Sunderland go,
trouble. They are going to
oh
lose a
really?
lot of players for AFCON. If
Oh,
one of your teams are playing Sunderland in this period for AFCON,
mhm.
yeah, you could be.
I wish it was my team, because my team
Yeah.
dropped points against Sunderland like away. Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
they are the
correct.
best team in the amount of players they signed. Like it was crazy. Like best
Yeah.
recruitment, hands down. No team can beat them. But they
But
are
they
going to
didn't
suffer now
see
for their.
January
Yeah.
AFCON. Do they have enough cover or no? No.
No, they do
Oh
not.
shit. So who's playing Sunderland? Nitin, have you guys played Sunderland?
Evan, we're playing them on the 3rd of January. Is that during the AFCON period?
Yeah, bro. I
Yeah,
think
there's still chance because the group stages. Yeah, there is a chance. Yeah.
because I
We
think
will take it, man.
FIFA have asked teams to release players out for AFCON on 15th of December.
It was supposed to be
So,
7th.
Yeah, 7th
So
of
they'll have
December.
1 week.
It was
Probably
supposed to
1
be
week.
7th.
1 week
United
training camp, then the
negotiating
tournament.
with,
Yeah.
correct. We are still negotiating with the countries to like give
Maybe you
chance
can ask them to
Oh.
take Dalo also.
Chance.
Bro, I'm just so upset, right, that Unana got dropped. Because if Unana play, I know Mbeumo gonna come back very fast.
They didn't.
But then
They
Unana
didn't.
got,
They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't take him, is it? To the.
oh, they
they're not
dropped
taking
him.
Unana
They
dropped
took
him,
his
yeah.
cousin lah, bro.
No,
His
really?
cousin, Unana cousin all playing goalkeeper
But
now.
To be fair, Cameroon are atrocious, so there's a good chance he'll be
Yeah,
coming back
I
early.
think-
Yeah, so don't worry.
No, I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I also want them to do
think
well.
they'll do well.
We want
I will be
Mbeumo
supporting
to stay there
Cameroon.
for a while.
Yeah, I
Diallo
need
also
him to be
Cameroon,
away
is it?
until January
Oh,
5th.
Diallo is Ivory Coast.
Okay, they'll do
Ivory
well.
Coast is all the way to the end. With
Please
Morocco.
lah, guys. Favor lah. We shit. We are really shit.
You just imagine a final between Ivory Coast and Cameroon, and
Wow.
these guys have lost like 2 of their main players
Yeah.
on the right side.
And then
right?
they
Maybe
face each other,
hilarious,
then they quarrel, then they like red card, then come back United don't talk to each other.
Imagine if Egypt puts Salah on the bench for 3 games or so.
What jalan.
Oh,
Then
that
he's
one
going to say
thorough.
he's going to say the country has
Throw him under
Throw him under
caravan.
the bus also.
I don't know.
putting under the camel. Hey, so okay, so we'll just go into the dog shit issue, and since we already touched on Mbemo and then we've already touched Ahmad, let's go to Ismam's team, Manchester United, currently in the table,
Oh,
giving a solid push for the title.
Yes,
You
the
guys, you
title
guys are,
charge has come back.
the
Has
title
officially
charge has
begun.
begun.
Yeah.
So you guys are 6 after beating. Bro, me and Nitin cannot understand for the life of us why you were worried about this Wolves game,
I
bro.
tell you, I
Yeah,
tell you why. I was telling to Nitin, okay? You know, right? Wolves have 2 points on the table, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
You know which two teams they drew with?
Who?
Spurs and Brighton.
Oh,
And do you
for
know
real?
what's a
come
common
on.
theme about with Spurs and United? We too are the people who do these kind of things. That is why there is a reason why I was stressed, because I know how this United team, right, might lose to Wolves and give them their first 3 points. Because we are capable. You know, it's PTS, it's just capability. I believe in my team's capability of doing this kind of shit.
I
But
did
then
not watch the game. I did not watch the game, but when I was watching some reviews or what, some of them were like, a lot of them were not happy with the win because I think it was a 1-1 at halftime, right?
yes, it was. So we
And
scored
so,
first, then
what do you think of the game?
bro, it's like the kind of game, okay, you guys, all of us, we play football, right? You know, for example,
Yeah.
11 aside. The moment you start playing the game, right, you really know these fellas cannot play. Like, you just know the first
Really?
touch they take. Yeah, but I've never seen football this bad in my life. In fact, the first 15 minutes, right, the crowd was missing because they were outside protesting on how bad the club is. They want the change of ownership. They want to change it, everything, whatever. 15 minutes later, the crowd comes in. Okay? So in that 15 minutes,
That is why the team is not performing, huh, bro? Because the
because
fans
no
threw
crowd.
them under the bus. They should have went in from minute 1. You
No,
guys didn't
but dude,
support
like,
them enough.
the thing is, right, they are okay. I understand their protest because, okay, they got the Cunha money. They sold some of their players, you know, actually pretty decent money, but it was reinvested in a very bad way. And in fact, I don't know what happened to the money, lah. So I think that's the thing from the fans. And they also realize that they're probably gonna get relegated. But if I'm being objective and like, you can only beat what's in front of you, right?
Yeah,
And
correct.
then so happened that it was Wolves. Although it
Yeah.
was like we dominated the whole time. Like, honestly, the goal they scored also is like, what the fuck. But it's annoying lah, because why would you concede against them? They haven't scored in a month and a half.
I
Or
feel
something
like you
along those
guys
lines.
give away these goals.
That's the thing. I'm so annoyed. That's what makes me angry, you know, because it's super leaky. We are so leaky at the back. But that being said, you know, Mason Mount had a wonderful game.
Yeah.
Even Dalo, the dog shit Dalo
Shit
had.
Dalo.
Bro, dog shit Dalo Trivela pass in, you know. Can you believe that Trivela crossed into the box?
I'm
Okay,
pretty
Yeah,
sure
I tell you every time.
he just miskicked it lah, and then it came off that way.
But then,
Bro,
right,
you
please,
hit Dalo as much. Heikel will enjoy. So one of the days we got to get you on when Heikel is back. Heikel will enjoy
no, I'm
the
not gonna be
conversation with
scared.
you.
I'm not gonna be scammed by this fucker. Okay, he has scammed me so many times. Okay, in the past,
Then
like,
how
you know,
did
he will
he
have
win? Okay, the question is, how did he win Man
player
United Player of the Year
of the year.
one of the season? So
Well,
was
He
he?
honestly,
won
that
Player
season,
of the Year.
yeah. But
For
bro,
Man United.
2 seasons back, 2 seasons back against
So was he good
Ten
in
Hag.
that season, or there is
Bro,
like
he
a
was
technical glitch in the voting
no.
system?
Honestly, he was okay, bro. He was not bad lah, but it just shows the quality of the team when this fucking clown can be the player of the year.
The Player
But
of the
okay,
Year.
I would say that's the part where I got scared.
Because you believed in the hype.
I got sold the dream. Okay, I got sold the dream. Then I thought,
Fellas
okay
trying
lah,
to
this
like MLK, soul what dream? By
yeah,
Dalo.
I can't sold the
Just want to
dream.
say
Then
something
after
about
that,
Man U. I think the reason why Dalo is struggling this season is also because Emerim like wants him to do a lot of things, and then he seems to be like, he cannot,
Okay,
yeah.
to Dalo's defense, right? And I'm not saying he's a good player or whatsoever, right? Much like we talked about Eze earlier. How do you expect a good player to
A right
play
back,
out
ah.
of position,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
And then how do you expect a shit player to play out of position all the time? You keep
bro,
putting him
you
on the
play
back.
him.
If you, yeah,
Bro, even if
so
you play him on the right, it's worse. How?
but
Wait. So you have to try, bro. Insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different result. You play him as a right back, he plays like shit. You play him on the left back,
yeah.
also play like shit.
So the solution is not play him at all. Like you guys have like whoever to come and play, and like we always keep talking about this, right? You guys have the week to prepare. I'm sure you can prepare like I mean Dogu is not been good this season, and then I'm sure there is like a way out of instead of playing Dalo, you would agree that Dalo is not the best option to play right now on the left, right?
To
Or
be
do you
honest,
think that
bro,
there's no option?
okay, so if you ask me, would I start Dalo over Dogu right now? My answer
Mhm.
is yes, because every time Dogu comes in, there's a drop in standard. I'm not saying with Dalo there's a standard lah, but at least there's one thing for sure, that actually this Dalo, right, is technically quite gifted in terms of his touches and all this, but just that the fella's brains and the ability, right,
Technically
like
gifted, but mentally not.
mentally not lah, mentally challenged lah. So what happens is there is some there, like for example, like he could have scored 2 goals actually the Wolves game. He was through on goal twice, and decent run. He made good runs and all this kind of thing. His only thing is his lack of professionalism, because he can switch off very fast. He gets distracted
Yeah,
very
the
easily.
issue seems to be he doesn't like to track back.
Correct.
Right.
It's just a matter of,
Lazy.
if he locks it, lazy. If he decides to lock it, right, he can, how to say, contribute decently lah. I'm not saying a good player or what, but to be honest, I have to give credit when it's due. Last 2 games he has been alright, better than what he was. So it's okay. But like I'm very happy to see like players like Mason Mount coming back to form.
Yeah.
He was immense. Like he did a lot. He was our player of the game.
In time for a World Cup push, you believe?
Hopefully, man. I mean, I like the guy Mason. Like, I think he's the only player with.
He's a manager's player, right? Manager kind
And
of
the
guy.
thing is, right, you have to see why, because you see, whenever we play Mount, right, there's a common denominator here. Every time we start Mount, right, we actually don't lose the game. In fact, most of the time we win. Simply because, right, he is very positionally disciplined. So as a 10, right, what he does is he will come back and support the midfield of Casemiro and Bruno, which has been a big problem because of the leaks, right? So this guy actually drops back and he helps out the organization of the midfield. And also when it's time to go up, his line breaking passes I like, I'm a fan of it. And Burmo has been a bit off lately. Especially, actually, it all started after they got kicked out of the World Cup qualifiers. Something changed in
It
him.
all
speaking of
started when I
Mbeumo,
brought him into my FPL, bro.
I had to be like,
but he scored, right? This game against Wolves, he scored.
okay, yeah. So Dalo assist. Yeah, so
So
it was Diogo
can-
Dalo assisted
one thing I
him.
want to ask you is, Mom, whereby
Yeah.
I've been reading, there's been worry about Cunha's performance of late. Do you subscribe to that thought, or
not
what do
really
you think
lah,
is
if you
going on
ask
with
me.
Cunha? Because it feels like I expected him to just kick on, like,
Yeah.
because he's the player that we all know. We watch against Wolves when he was at Wolves, right? And then now it's against his former club. Do you feel he's been underwhelming? Mbeumo, I think, has been quite good for
Good
you
lah.
guys,
It's been very good, right?
right? Like, but what are your thoughts about Cunha?
You see,
Up
the
to this
thing about
point?
Cunha is, I won't say underwhelming, but it's like I feel like he could have contributed slightly a bit more in terms of goals assists. But the presence he brings to the pitch is very different from, like, when Cunha wasn't playing the last the 2 games, the one we drew and the one we lost. There's a common denominator there also. Cunha wasn't playing. So when he doesn't play, there's a drop off in the center, because he's that kind of player, can take the ball, drive into the opponent, create space, and all these kind of things. So I'm not worried about him. But if I were to be honest, in terms of the goal assist, maybe could have scored more. Yeah, like last game, he had 8 shots on target.
I
Could have
think this is
easily
what
scored.
is the problem. He's not scoring
Correct.
like, okay, Words, it seems like Words has been bad as well, right? No doubt about it. Words doesn't get the shots off. I think when it comes to Cunha, he's getting the shots off, but he's just not scoring. I think like a few games whereby the chances and then the keeper
He
just
had
saves
quite a
it.
few chances, but I think it's a matter of it's not a matter of if, matter of when. As I told you about Words, also the same thing. And a talented player nonetheless does a lot for us in terms of holding the ball, holding possession. And I realize that now that he is actually getting used to the whole being there, and like he can play off people like him, Mount, and Sesko. The Sesko is not here, but they can really play off each other, and you can see the thing forming lah, like the whole. But
Understanding.
he's a kind of player. He needs to be he got the main character syndrome, not in a bad way. He has to be the main guy. He has to be the main guy, right? Like even when Bruno
Which is
was
going to be
taking the pen,
difficult at a club like Manchester United, right?
actually
Even
not
I think
really,
like
bro. Not really. I don't.
when Bruno Fernandes eventually will leave, right? When
Yeah.
Fernandes leaves, you can't possibly be the main guy as like there'll be Mbeumo. I feel like both of them are like neck and neck, right? There will be Mbeumo. For you to become the main guy, this is not Wolves anymore. It's going to be difficult whereby you need to give. I think like even if you ask me now, I'm going to play Mount over Cunha. I'm okay with Cunha on the bench because Mount seems to know like contribute more, and then Cunha is the guy that you guys bought, but what you guys keep saying is he gives us a lot is holding the ball, holding the ball, holding the ball. Like he was bought for more than that, right?
Well,
Especially when you
obviously,
put
yeah.
Bruno in the 8, in the 6, right? Then Cunha I feel like has to offer in the attacking
The
dimension.
problem I feel is that the left wing back position, right, is
Mhm.
actually holding
Affecting the
him
whole
back.
team.
Yeah, holding him back from achieving what he could because there's no outlet. Like, okay, you pass to Dalo, he's gonna pass you back because he's on his right foot, correct? So
Yeah.
I think that's something that's holding him back from unlocking him versus Embuemo. He has Ahmad on the right. Okay, then you can see how it works. So there's mitigating factors to this. As I said, I'm not worried about him at all.
Mhm.
In fact, we United fans, we are very, very happy to have him on board with us.
Yeah, definitely
Genuine
a
talent,
class player.
class player, and I think it's going to work out for him. And now that Embuemo is gone,
Mhm.
he is going to step up. I 100% believe he is going to step up. He's going to be scoring goals for us. But yeah, man, last season the problem we had was a lack of goals. But now we found ourselves in a place where we are scoring a lot of goals, but we're also conceding. Right, we scored like 30 goals this season and considered 26, so it's a bit ridiculous, right?
Oh, you guys have
That we
considered 26. Oh
26,
yeah, correct.
we
I
have a
remember when I
four
saw the table,
goal difference. Yeah,
Liverpool and Man U have like single digit. I think Liverpool is back to 0 and Man U is not.
we are
So you
plus
guys are
four.
coming off a Crystal Palace win, which was a tough place to go to and get the result, and then you guys went and drew
Everton.
against West Ham.
No,
West
we
Ham, right?
played Everton after that. Lost
Oh,
to
you guys played.
lost to
Uh,
Everton at home.
that
That
was
was
match.
horrendous.
That was a
Oh,
very
that
bad
was
show.
match week 12,
Yeah.
right? That's the one
12.
you
Then
guys
after that,
covered. So you guys
Palace,
beat
Palace
Palace 2-1, and then you guys drew
drew
West Ham
West Ham.
1-1, and then now this. So in the midst of all of this, there's still a lot of doubts about the manager. I know your sentiments about it. Nitin and myself have also. So we're gonna ask Kevin. Kevin, do you feel that Amorim is the right guy for this job?
No.
If no, why do you
He's
feel
too
good?
inflexible. For a top
Okay.
elite club, he's a manager that is too inflexible. I see even in the press conferences before that, I am actually surprised he's still there. But he managed to
No.
get some results. I feel that Man U is a team that the results they're getting is actually not really a reflection of him as a manager. They just have quality players. I mean, that front three, that front four of Man U should scare a lot of teams.
A lot of teams, yeah.
You can just pass them the ball. You don't even have like a structure or play also. Those guys can like just pull out a rabbit from the head kind of thing. But for me, I don't think he's the right person. But I mean, you can always then argue who's going to do it.
Who's
I
the
mean,
right person,
get
right?
someone who can like change and be flexible. Because I see that guy. I don't know. I don't see much menu games. I feel like that's my system. We go. You don't conform. You out. Next person comes in. We go. That kind of thing. And he doesn't have the players that he needs to play how he wants to play. His central midfield cannot run. Like he needs a dream scenario, Elliot Anderson, which will not happen. In my opinion, yeah. Not going to happen, yeah.
dream scenario. Elliot
Yeah.
Anderson, who some more, bro? Adam Wharton.
Adam Wharton, that is even worse. Will not happen. Yeah. They got options, but not these English players, because they are gonna, if Manu sign them, Manu are gonna get rinsed. When I say rinsed, they're gonna be like 120, 150 million. The clubs are just gonna be like, you want, we give. But you are gonna be, they're gonna squeeze you until you if you wanna pay.
But I think there's a statue of Man United, right? I think even like Baleba, they was quoting some ridiculous amount to
100
get
lah,
in.
basket.
The Manu tricks.
I feel like a lot of these players that Man U might be looking at, like the Elliot Anderson, Baleba, Baliba is now probably 40 million or 45 million at
He's
max.
been so
He's
bad
been
this
so
season,
They,
man.
ass,
they are
man.
asking for 65 now, no?
Bro,
After
Once-
discount,
Man
bro.
United-
Get the hell out
once
of here,
Manu
man.
goes in, they will ask for 80. You just wait. They won't give a
And-
shit how well he's
and then-
playing. They will then ask them, okay, you wanna? Okay, now from 65 is 80 now. Thank you.
no matter
Yeah.
and no matter how good like players like Elliot Anderson have been, like when they gonna ask 100 million, right? Okay, Wirtz has been performing bad this season, but when it came to Wirtz, it was wonder kid, right? So you pay that amount. Like suddenly all this Elliot Anderson, Adam Wharton become like it's 80, 90 million. It's like I don't know,
Wharton
but
is
I
better
think
than Elliot Anderson, by the way.
Wharton,
I
right?
think depends
Yeah,
on what
Wharton
you're
is
looking
better.
for, bro.
Different
Yeah.
play
I think
styles.
depends on what
yeah.
you're looking for. Yeah.
The profile is different, yeah.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, I look at it from ability, Wharton.
Mm.
Yeah, but it
I
depends. If you what menu wants, yeah, Elliot
Depends
Anderson.
on your setup.
They will love
Depends
him.
on your setup, right?
Yeah.
Like, the dream scenario is having both in the middle.
Oh,
That one is
bro, then who you going to put on the bench? You have both of them in the
Fernandes on the
middle.
bench.
Then 3 games later, will he
Bruno's
say that
under the bus.
he's been under the bus by Mikey, your
Elliot
captain,
Anderson
and
and
he's under
right
the-
back taking over Dalo. He will
Okay,
still play
Ismail,
better than
here's a
Dalo.
question for you. Just say January, you guys get Wharton. This is a dream scenario.
No chance,
Wharton and then Elliot Anderson. Just say it happens. And then your best player over the last few years has been Bruno Fernandes. So great amount. So will you bench him?
Bruno, I'll bench Casemiro
Bruno.
lah. What the hell, bro?
Bro, you say you have
Yeah,
both
bro.
of them to play. What? How you going to bench Casemiro, then Bruno plays, then where does Wharton and Elliot
No,
Anderson play?
Wharton and Bruno is not going to go out of the center mid. So the person we are replacing here essentially is Casemiro. So that is why I'm more for Elliot Anderson than Wharton, because we need the workhorse, the all-round midfielder, all-action.
Workhorse, you need workhorse. You guys signed him once before. What?
What workhorse? Mira Bobo, bro. That guy is a
I
Bobo lah.
I think what works out for Amorim, right? Like, I'm okay. So I'm not the biggest fan of Amorim. I always feel like he's not the right guy for United as well, Kelvin. But I think what
Same.
works
I
out
don't
is
think he's the
how
right guy.
volatile this season is. He might still squeeze in the Champions League positions because it's not so far off, right? And then they don't have the midweek games, so you get like some results. Like you mentioned, they have the players that can pull out something and then get you something from the game, because I fully did not expect them to go away to Palace and win it, but they did. So those kind of results, I feel like they might reevaluate at the end of the year, because the outside noise has been quite loud, much like what it has been for Slot at the moment, right? The outside noise is quite loud, so they might take into consideration. So I'm not sure. So Man United are 6. So let's see where they end up at the end of the season. So Ismail, what is your ideal, before we move on to the next team? What is your ideal league finish position at the end of the season?
I'm just aiming for fifth lah, if I'm being very honest lah.
Fifth is
Because
UCL.
top four,
right?
yeah. Because top four,
Is that confirmed? Fifth is UCL.
Yeah,
It's
if I'm-
confirmed.
no,
if
bro.
I'm
Depends
not-
on the depends
Depends on how the teams do. And
how
all
the
that.
English teams
coefficiencies and all
perform.
that,
Yeah.
So we are assuming a lot of assumption but for me, bro, if we finish fifth, I'll be happy. That being said, I see it's hard to see but like there's progress in terms of things. Like we're not scoring goals now, we're scoring goals. We have lost 1 in the last 9 games. Although it doesn't seem that way, but these things actually are okay. Like it's because
Yeah,
of
I
the rest
think
of the
like
league is
from the outside of what you are saying, right? It sounds okay, but it seems like a very divided fan base.
It is.
Still when
It's
it
like the
comes to
whole.
the
It's
manager.
crazy. Like the whole fan base is on a frenzy lah. Some half of them are out, half of them are in. And I posted that data like on my IG. I was a bit annoyed because I'm like, you can only beat what's in front of you. You win 4-1, just enjoy it. How many games have we won? So it's like Amorim in, Amorim out, Amorim out. Doesn't matter. It's just enjoy what we can. In an event, bro, honestly, Ineos has already said that we are not gonna sack him. So you like it or not, just we have to stick with him now. And
Actually,
that
it's
being
very
said,
simple.
if there's
Yeah.
opening,
It's
if there's
simple.
opening,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
go on,
carry on.
For me, it's just very simple. He's the manager. Doesn't matter for which club. Slot, Amorim. Like for me, fuck.
Daniel Farke.
You just support them. You give them your. Just go and support them till it becomes like
Unsupportable.
fans don't have, we don't have the power. We can just make a lot of noise. The board doesn't listen. They don't care. So when they are on the pitch, just support.
Fair enough.
Nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. But we can have this debate whether he's the right man, wrong man. Honestly,
But
matters
it's up
not
to the board at
Yeah.
the end
Like,
of the day.
what they
whether it's
feel,
like-
what they feel. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Let's see whether in maybe sometime in January, I think is a fair look at things, and then we will see. Does Ruben Amorim stay in the job? But I believe yes.
Yes.
And then we'll see where Man United is and look whether the European push is
eight spot.
valid, right? It's right because
I'm
at this
predicting
moment, so I've given up on the Liverpool season, and people are saying. Then when I look at it, yeah, we are not so far off. We can
you're
still
not so
push the
far off.
Danish.
Yeah.
So that's why it's
Top 4 still can.
Yeah.
You know what's
Hey, I
annoying
still
about
have hope for Leeds European chat, so don't worry about it, guys.
Got this,
It's
bro.
all good.
I believe in Leeds.
coming in hot? Like people say, wow, and Maresca's army, the best Chelsea squad in the last few years. Fucker, same points as us, lah. Like just
really?
calm down. Yeah, we are on the same point. We are lower
But
because of goal difference.
they got the world champions.
Yeah, whatever
behind them.
lah.
So
You
That's
know,
the
like
most bullshit thing I ever
bro,
heard.
honestly,
bro.
honestly,
a waste
Stop
of space,
it,
waste of
it
time.
doesn't. What
Don't
don't
come
make
and
sense to
talk
me,
about
right? Is
world
like
champion,
why
lah.
is he getting this much of shit like Amorim in terms of it? But like Maresca's teams, to be honest, like you look at the league table, like it's okay. They are not that good also.
I think end
we
of
have
the
beaten
day,
them.
right, bro, it's like the stature of the club. Man United and then Chelsea, like Maresca can be like, I feel like Maresca can finish in the UCL position, and then Chelsea fans will be happy. But for Man United, I think that even if you guys finish in the UCL position somehow, and then the style of play is dog shit, as our favorite word for it, is the style of play dog shit. I think you guys will not be happy. It's much like Liverpool. I think if our style of play is dog shit, I think they're not going to buy into them. I think that is the problem with, like, when you compare Maresca and Amorim. I think Chelsea fans will be okay if
The
they
problem
end
is the fan
somehow.
base.
Yeah,
The
right.
fan base is the problem. Like some of the Man U fans, I don't understand them. Like, you guys are sixth. This is like one of the best positions you've been in for like quite a while. Like,
I mean,
but then
I
they
think
want,
it's about wanting
yeah.
the system and how the style of play is and all that, right?
It
So
doesn't matter. Results matter now. Just qualify.
Speaking of, so we'll move on from Manchester United, Chelsea. I think you guys are. If you want to summarize, you guys also we cannot, because one day you guys are beating Barcelona, then another day you guys are losing to who did
Atalanta.
they lose to? Right, and then
Yesterday they lost.
And in the Premier League, it's just been hot and cold. So we're going to skip you guys altogether until you guys turn up on one of our episodes. And we're not talking about Mitran. We're talking about your Chelsea fan. When you turn up, then we want to hear about you guys and what you guys feel about your season. So if there's any Chelsea fans out there who want to come and share about your team, let us know. So we go to the other side of London, where now we need to get Nitin involved. Nitin, we talked about second to 12th place being 9 points, and you guys are in that mix. You guys are currently 11th, 22 points. So that's not too far away. We are Liverpool's just 1 point ahead from you guys. United 3. So it's been a hot and cold season, but you guys got a win this week, right? And then Xavi Simons. Is this the latest game, right?
Yeah,
the Xavi Simons.
I think the last one we covered was the North London derby.
Oh yeah,
and then
correct.
since then we played PSG, we lost 5-3. Then we played Fulham at home, as in Spurs home, we lost 2-1. And then we went to Newcastle away, we drew 2-2. And then we had Brentford at home. Oh, he's the man. And then we had Brentford at home, we won 2-0. And then this morning we had Slavia Prague at home, we won 3-0. So nice to get some home wins under the belt. It's a issue we've had throughout the season. Our away form has been great. The home form has been pretty shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely nice to get a win. 2 wins in a row at home. Just touch on the Newcastle game a bit. I thought we were poor again in that game. But we showed character. I thought we showed good character to come back into the game. Newcastle scored a beauty through Bruno Guimaraes. We got one back through Romero, who for some reason was playing in attack. I think because he felt like the whole team was not doing it, so he had to do it himself. So Kudus cut in from the right, left-footed cross. Romero bullet header into the corner. He had no right to be up there, but I thought that's what captains do, right? When they feel like the team isn't doing it, I gotta try and do something myself. So he managed to find himself in an offensive position. And then Newcastle got the most horrendous penalty I've seen this season. I thought it was not a penalty, one of the softest penalties I've ever seen.
the foul on Gordon,
Was
right?
Dan Burn and Bentancur were holding each other, and then Bentancur was penalized because apparently he wasn't looking at the ball. But one of the worst penalty decisions for me. So Anthony Gordon scores in the 86th minute, and then Romero does the bicycle kick.
The bicycle kick, right? When I saw, like I said, I was and then the ball was so slow.
So slow, yeah.
And then like nobody reacted, and then Ramsdale like delayed things. But you are absolutely right. I think that's what captain should do. And we always come to the agreement that if Spurs, Romero and Van der Ven are so important to Spurs that now this is what I mean, that when there's no cover, not like the Arsenal story whereby they say, oh, we no cover, and then turn up with like Timber and Hincapi, right?
Because the truth is, when Spurs don't have Romero and Van der Ven, it's Ben Davies and Kevin Danso. I mean, Danso's okay, but Ben Davies, the years are catching on. Dragushin's recovering from ACL. He's coming back. We got the Japanese guy, so Kota Takai, but ever since he came, he's been injured and he hasn't even played. So,
and then Archie Gray might turn up in the centre back.
Yes, he kena last year. He played left back, right back, centre back, except his position, which is centre mid. But to be fair, he has started in centre mid in the last 3 games, and he has been outstanding for us. So thank you, Kelvin.
Right.
I think
no problem.
I expected a lot more from Archie Gray. How I knew about Archie Gray,
young lah.
Was playing Football Manager, and I like controlled like Leeds, and then I saw this Archie Gray, and his name has popped up since. I feel like you guys should utilize him a lot more.
I think so too. I think Postecoglou was a big fan, but I mean, in that Postecoglou season, he was left back, right back, centre back. I don't know what he was doing. But this season, Frank's utilized him more in centre mid, and he's been great, man. The last 3 games, I hope he continues to start. He's a very sharp midfielder.
Very progressive. Here, Bergval, all very, very progressive players.
Yeah, we got a good bunch of youngsters who are coming through. I feel we've got a very young squad overall. Sometimes it's hit and miss, but that's what you get with young players, right? But to touch on the Brentford game next, Xavi Simons finally got his Premier League moments. He got an assist.
He has people to call.
He got an assist and a goal. Great
He's
goal.
brought it before words, huh?
Yeah, but then again, he's in a position where Spurs are trying to build a team around him. And Wirtz is trying to fit into a Liverpool team which has stars. So I think it's a different kettle of fish in general. We shouldn't compare the two, but there will be comparisons because same age, they're both from the Bundesliga. But Simmons has arrived finally. He's got a goal and an assist. Great goal. He pinched the ball off the Brentford midfield after a poor touch. Then he just drove all the way through, and his assist for Richarlison, also like you mentioned on Telegram, the ball was not as easy as people make it out to be. It was in the air, so it was a great pass across goal for Richarlison to tap it in. Great to see us finally get some home wins under the belt. I think it's going to be very important. I think it's been a good week overall. Like this is how crazy football is, right? Because in the last 1 week, we went from losing to Arsenal, losing to Fulham, losing to PSG. It's all doom and gloom. And then with the number of games that we have, suddenly we've drawn with Newcastle, we've beaten Brentford, we've beaten Slavia Prague. Now there's a bit more momentum with us. I've spoken about the manager before. I don't think I don't think he's the problem. I think every new manager needs to be given time. And I think against Brentford, at least, hand to heart, I have to say, I thought Brentford were poor. I don't think they were their regular combative selves. I thought they let themselves
to their long throws.
Yeah, but they weren't a threat the whole game, bro. I thought it was maybe the number of games they've played also caught up to them with their squad. I don't think they were as aggressive or as combative as they can be. So I think that one, the result, I'm not going to put too much into it, saying, oh, Thomas Frank he's got it right now. Finally, everything's going to click together.
Yeah.
Even the win today against Slavia Prague, Slavia Prague didn't play the way I thought they would. I thought they would park the bus, try and hit us on the counter, but no, they actually came to play. They went man to man with us, and it was just a difference in quality between the two teams that took us through. So I do not think we are in a position now where we are ready to bounce on and challenge for top 4. Although that's the dream. I hope we can get there. But Spurs is still a mixed bag at the moment. It's not a we're not there yet in terms of saying that we're going to be challenging for top 4, nothing like that. I just hope we have a decent season, have some good cup runs, try and get into Europe, whether that's the Europa League. So I'll take that. I don't think with the finished product, but the last 3 results have been positive.
So with the Slavia Prague game, we saw Son come back, say goodbye. Is Son your biggest player? Okay, like this is all, of course, just your opinion. Who in your time, who like I asked Kelvin, who do you think is the best player you've seen for Spurs?
The best player I've seen for Spurs is Gareth Bale. That's the truth. But the player that has meant the most to me, like in terms of holding my heartstrings, is Son. And the Asian perspective is thrown into that as well, because I think what he's done not just for the Premier League, but in terms of when we were young, when we were growing up, which Asian player could we look up to and say, like, I want to be like that guy, man? That guy's playing in the Premier League, that guy's scoring goals.
Only his mom had that.
Argo Kashmir.
You can say Park, but I think Park also was towards the later end.
Yeah.
Where else the kids now, man, they can look up to Son and go like, if that guy can do it, maybe we can too. So in that perspective, I think he's meant a lot to the region. And he's just, he's carried himself so well throughout the years. He's never shitted on the club. Although the club has let him down many times, we've been in positions
Mo Salah.
we've been in positions where the club could have done more, could have bought more players, could have supported them more, especially during the Pochettino era. But you never saw him come out and blast the club or say anything negative. In his last season last year when we won the Europa League, to be honest, it might have been his worst season with us. But he still tried his best. He gave it his all. He knew he was on the down as well. And the way he's left the club, it's like the perfect fairy tale ending. I couldn't have asked for more. He got us the Europa League, went for a fee, gave us some money back on the money we spent for him from Leverkusen. And in terms of my favorite, it's Son, but the best player I've ever seen play for Spurs is Bale. He was a monster.
Gareth Bale is one guy that if anybody was thrown under the bus, right? I feel like Gareth Bale at Madrid was thrown under the bus for what he did for that club, right?
Crazy.
And then how they treated
what a clutch
him.
player.
Ramos, all of them, bro. Real Madrid are well known for throwing people under the bus.
Yeah, so Salah, if you want to be properly thrown under the bus, take a flight to Spain and
go to Madrid, then you'll see the white tissues in the crowd.
So
hey man, don't diss on Madrid. I'm a Madrid fan, okay?
Alamak, bro, sorry.
We absolutely going to get whacked by Man City in tomorrow morning. That about sums up our game week 13 to 15 review for this week, and we will have Heikel back next episode. We also hopefully have Mid back, and then we have a lot more opinions about the clubs, because we really wanted Mid to be on this episode to find out what his views were.
Okay, he's depressed, guys. Just let him be. He needs to.
So we'll get him. We'll get him next week. Hopefully Arsenal have a better week than this. So we'll round this up with what we usually do. Although there was three game weeks that we covered, we're just going to focus on game week 15 for this. Who's your goal of the week for game week 15? Anybody can take it first. Go ahead.
I will take Tanaka, the Japanese Rodri.
Damn it.
Absolutely destroyed Liverpool's. He just destroyed them. When the goal went in, I could see the face of that guy or Van Dijk. I was like, why? And he tried to actually say there was a handball, which his own player
Oh, handle, right. Remember,
handled it.
hit
I
out.
was like, so you want a penalty? Okay lah.
Bro, that Tanaka goal, right, has
Mm.
just, like, lucky we beat Inter Milan, but that Tanaka goal just brought everything down for the club. Like,
Yeah.
even if we had won and Salah had spoke out, right, I think it would not be so bad. And the
So
fact
bad,
that we
yeah.
drew in the last minute and then Salah went ahead, so that's my worst goal of the week.
It's my pleasure to do that to you all. It's okay. We are the chaos club. Yeah, we're very happy to do that. We done a lot of this stuff that we do, this last minute goals is actually, for me, right, it's actually super normal. Championship, we used to do this. So when the goal went in, right, I was like, sometimes I lose my head, but this one I was like, thank God.
What does it feel to be like there? I was there at that point. Remember Liverpool, we scored the last minute goals and then we were
That one, for like the latest one, I was like ecstatic. I was just like, good, let's pile on the pressure for these guys. Because I cannot fathom like them taking 3 points. I know technically they deserved it lah. Because they played longer stretches, but too bad lah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
football,
Life
Really,
sucks.
right?
Yeah. With 15 or 20 minutes, we decided, nope, not today. So
not today.
too bad lah. Yeah.
Hey, stop talking about the Liverpool misery, man. my goal of this week has to be Phil Foden's misplaced header, but the reason I'm giving it because the assist from Ryan Shaki. Yeah, I think the last time I saw something as good as that was that Dimitri Payet, right, Rabona
Yeah.
cross couple of years ago for West Ham. So that's my goal of the week. So Nitin, who do you have for your goal of the week?
My goal of the week goes to Mr. Xavi Simons for his for his goal against Brentford.
What a run! What a run!
Showed good work to win the ball back, and then just saw the space, attack the space, kind of like post match he said. He tried to do what Mickey Van der Ven usually does, which is just attack the space with pace. And yeah, he had enough pace and good composure to put it into the corner. So mine goes
I was
to
watching it on Goal Rush, right? So they don't show you who scored and then they bring you the highlights, right? So I saw Xavi Simons lose the ball, right? He lost the ball.
He had a heavy first touch.
I thought it was a goal for Brentford. And then after that, he won it back and then went the other way.
Just went
What a
all
good
the
run.
way.
Ishmam, your goal of the week.
I think I have to give it to Harry Wilson for the Fulham goal. The tree fella, I don't know whether you guys saw it.
Yeah.
It's something, and in the whole play, like
then the build up, right? The 1-2.
The build up was crazy, and it was wow. To me, that's my goal of the week, man.
Your team of the week for match week 15. My team of the week, right? As much as it hurts me to say this, is going to be Leeds, because to be 2 goals down, to come back 2 goals, and then I think 84th minute was when we scored, right? And then to be 3-2 down, but to still keep going and giving a game to Liverpool, although that's not a difficult thing these days, but a lot of credit. So my team of the week for this week is Leeds. Kevin, yours?
Same. I try not to be biased, but it's Leeds. Resilience. They did a lot of things right. Yeah. So yeah, it's just perfect lah. Taking a point from the champions is always good. Doesn't matter
people
how
keep saying we are champions. Sometimes I forget
you are champions
because of how bad we've been this season.
It's okay. Never forget till next season.
Shit.
For me, my team of the week is Everton lah, because I think they've been sneakily catching up to the pack.
You guys should have never said David Moyes. Confirm now, he's pissed off.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, Everton are fifth, I think, in the league at the moment.
they
right?
have sneakily, like, I tell you, any team that plays United, right, will have a turn in form lah. And we have finally found our levels with Wolves. We belong in the Premiership lah.
Just to touch on this David Moyes point, I remember West Ham fans they couldn't stand him. He won them the Conference League. They couldn't stand his style of football. They were condemning it. And then since then they've got Potter. They've got what's that Spanish fella's name?
Oh yeah, there was one before.
Lopetegui. Lopetegui. They had Lopetegui, and now they're back to Nuno, who's playing that defensive style again. So they've gone full circle in a horrible way.
Give him any face, he won the Conference League and then they lost Rice, who was the key part of their team, right? And then they were like, But you do some stupid shit like that, you end up like that happened to Forrest as well, right? You had Nuno was stable, had a good season, you sacked him, and then now you're like all over the place. Nitin, your team of the week.
My team of the week gave me a wonderful start to my Saturday evening, and that's Aston Villa. They did a great job against Arsenal. And to be fair, Arsenal are on some serious form. So for
Yeah,
Villa to
correct.
and Emery especially, considering his Arsenal links, you could see what the goal meant to him. I don't know if that's fully on him being a former Arsenal manager, but you could
He
see
always
that
seems to pull that result against Arsenal. I think it's
for
like
me,
it's a desire to prove the people wrong.
yeah, for me he
If
was
we
he
had the
was harshly
backing,
done there. He didn't get the same funds as Arteta. For me, he's one of the top 3 managers in the league at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I thought Aston Villa was superb, and they are my team of the week.
I just have to ask you, when you say top 3 managers, who is number 1 and 2 then for you?
For me, Guardiola.
Yeah, it
Burn.
has to be there.
I actually really like. This might be a bit out of nowhere, but I really like Eddie Howe as well. I think Eddie Howe's done a good job at Newcastle. So for
Underrated.
me, I won't put Slot and Amorim up there yet because
There's
no
2.
longevity yet. But I like Eddie Howe. So for me, it's Pep, Eddie Howe. For me, it's Pep, Emery, and then Eddie Howe. To be honest.
Fair shout. Okay, your player of the week this week, guys. I'll go first. Mine has to be in line with the assist, right? I thought Ryan Shaki had a brilliant game. Like I felt that is why Man City bought him, but I feel he will still be the hot and cold player. I feel like one game he might be okay, but he was like running. He was like his passes were good. Like yeah, Shirky to me is my player of the week. Kevin, your player of the week.
Tanaka.
Shit, man.
No,
He's
but
like
Tanaka,
giving me
it's not because
PTSD
he scored the
every.
goal. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not also because he scored the goal. Because the moment
the game
when
changed, right? He
the
came
game
on.
changed, yeah, it's like he started progress. We need another midfielder like him, so he's very important to us.
Nice.
He will progress the ball faster, and he does the things. He's like a Elliot Anderson for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Makes
that's what I
sense.
will say about him. He does
Is
the
your
same thing.
player of the week?
My player of the week has to be Bruno lah.
Nice.
Fernandez. Yeah, I thought.
He was pulling the strings that game. It was either him or Mason Mount lah, because either that. But then Mason Mount got the player of the week, player of the game already. So I'd rather give it to Bruno lah. I mean, he had a very good game lah.
And Nitin, finally you.
My player of the week is Mark Gahey. I think he has been
superb.
so good for Crystal Palace this season. Not just goals, he's been getting assists, clean sheets. He's been one of the standout performers in the Premier League lah. So whoever he goes to, whether that's in January or in the summer, they're gonna get a hell of a player.
this
And
is what
especially after he didn't get his like dream move, right? You would think like go down tools. But then like it just shows the character he is,
great
He's
attitude.
such a great attitude, man.
It's like
87-minute
it's an
against.
audition. It's an audition end of the day, right? Wherever he goes, whatever he does this season is like audition. Even like it was like dead set Liverpool, but now you're going to look at a host of. At one point, it was linked to Madrid, and with Madrid's defensive crisis every time with Militao and Rudiger, right? You feel like they might look at it as a, and Madrid are the cheapskates. It's a free transfer, but they might look at him. He might be swayed to go there. I think I told you guys a lot of Liverpool fans were excited about Isak. I was saying save the money on Isak. Go and buy Gehi, buy another striker that's a plan B because we already had Ekitike. Now it makes sense because Isak is struggling and then we are defensively poor. Should have done that. So the last one, Ballon d'Or, whereby we pick this week's worst in whatever way you want to be the player, manager, team, a referee. I start first. My Ballon d'Or this week has to be Salah because of the things he has put my team through. He's divided the fan base that needs to be united at this point where we are struggling. And now there is a team Salah, there's a team Slot. It's all over the place. So Salah for me. Kevin, yours?
It's same as you. I feel
Salah.
that guy is highly unprofessional. Just chose the wrong time to do whatever he wanted to do. Is like I don't know why he's doing it. Like he is not a legend. I hope you all understand. As a Liverpool fan, I
Mhm.
understand your mindset. Like, oh, he did a lot of things, but
Mhm.
when you do that kind of things to the club that you're playing for, that's a no-no. Like,
Mhm.
you literally like basically telling your club, piss off. I'm bigger than the club.
Yeah.
That's what he's essentially doing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ismail, yours?
Mine is the Charles
Dano.
Peter. No,
Charles
Charles Peter.
Peter.
The Charles
In
Peter,
case you guys
Jamie
are wondering
Carragher.
who, yeah, Jamie Carragher. Bro,
Jamie
why?
Carragher, the Charles Peter. Bro, the cheeks to say that ex Chelsea reject or Chelsea failure
Mhm.
to a guy like Salah. He takes it too personal, and I take it personal when it's him. So I might be a piece of
Yeah.
shit also.
And Nitin, your Ballon d'Or.
I'm gonna triple down on Salah. Although Konate was a strong candidate because at 2-0 down to make that tackle and concede the penalty was
Yeah.
unnecessary. But that's on the
He tried
pitch.
to get to the ball, don't worry.
Yeah.
He tried.
Off the pitch, Salah lah, no doubt.
If we triple captain Mo Salah for this segment,
Triple
we'll
captain.
get a lot of points.
Just a shame how he's handled it lah. He's made it all about himself, and
That's
it's a
not
shame lah, bro. Right? That's
Yeah.
not what legends do.
Yeah, it's sad. If there are Liverpool fans listening in, do chime in. I know Ishraq will be here to chime in. Let me know what you feel about this Mo Salah Liverpool issue that's been going on. I want to know from Liverpool fans. You can key in like the YouTube comments and whatnots. Like, what do you feel? Is it like did Salah do the right thing, or what are your personal thoughts about it? So speaking
Can I
of
just
triple,
add on that
yeah,
I hope his family has return air tickets? Like, can he be refunded? Because I don't think he should be involved.
I don't
I don't
think
think he
he's gonna.
should be on the bench. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, if they need to take a hardline stance on him.
right. I think the sentimental value might be there, but I think they will try to act on what they've already doubled down on, leave him out of the team. It'll be really sad if it's really his final game. To to not be involved at all. But like Alison said, you you say things, and these are the repercussions of what you say. So at the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame, regardless of how things have been. Enough about Mo Salah, but we will surely touch on him when we round up game week 16, because that is going to be the news for the week, I believe. Does he play? Does he not? Is he his last game or not? So with that, we'll wrap up our episode with the FPL segment. So we have a league called the Odd League. We are about to be close. I think FCON. FCON is a beautiful time for us to
Yeah, I think
stop
next week
taking
lah.
in.
Yeah, I think
So we
that's
currently have 32 players, including Kelvin. So we will share with you the code for to join the league. What we have said from game week 1 stands. If you finish top of the season, top at the end of the season, we will get you your team's jersey. So like we said, we will finish on 15 December. After that, we will take note anybody that's joining in that's new. We're not going to take you into consideration, because you cannot come in game week 37 and then with high points and then claim your jersey. Maybe can buy you like the $5 pasar malam one and send it to your place for winning. So our FPL league has now 32 players. I'm so happy that this is going on. And the guys on FPL league, if you guys are supporting other teams, do let us know if you want to come on board, share your views of your team and all. Nitin continues to be the top as usual. I think there was 1 week I saw him second, maybe. Nitin is on
Bro, it's getting
900,
tight, bro.
929 points. Kelvin is on 917 points. You guys will see that next week when the league has been refreshed for the game week. So Kelvin will be second. I suck at this game. Sean Tobin is on third, 906 points. So let's look at how the rest of us in this odd set football are doing. I'm currently fourth. Ismam is sixth. Mitran is 7. So we look like we decent ball knowledge kind of guys. We need Heikel to back up, because where's the fella? The fella is on 21. Yeah. Heikel, when you come back when you reach Australia again, go back home and then reevaluate your team, because I think he would not have paid attention. I was in Japan with him, right? He would not have paid attention to this FPL thing going on. So he should have 5 free transfer. Bro, make use of your 5 free transfer and climb up the table, man.
Hello.
Yeah, when you're back, then there's a episode, Nitin, I think, whereby Man United have a bad game because of Dalo, right? We just sit out of the episode. We let Kelvin, Ismam, and Michael
Yeah,
go
just call me. I'll be there.
on the episode.
Sounds good.
Man, with that we wrapped up this episode. Kevin, it's been a pleasure to have you on, man.
Hey, nice talking to all of you also.
We hope that you can
Thanks for
join us more. We hope that when Leeds lose also you turn up, bro, because Leeds are on a good form.
No.
But all the best to
Okay.
your team. We hope Leeds. We sincerely hope this, like we always mention, we like Leeds United in the
Yes,
Premier
sir.
League, right? So if you've reached up to this point, we thank you for joining us on this episode. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube page, please subscribe. Leave comments. It's very helpful. Like the video, share the video. You can listen to us on Spotify as well. We will leave all the links. And if you want to follow us on social media, we are on TikTok and Instagram is at the.odd.set. So with that, it's been a pleasure, boys. Until next week, next game week, until another week whereby Mo Salah has been thrown under the bus or not, we will find out in our wrap up of game week 16. So yeah, see you then. It's been a pleasure. My name's Maddie.
I'm Ish.
I'm Nitin. Just one last thing from me. FPL wise, it's game week 16, so you've got three more game weeks to use all your chips. So please don't forget to use them.
See, this is a helpful friend. See, this is why you guys need podcasts like us, because he
I did not know that.
Yes,
could have
use
kept
all your
quiet.
chips by game week 19. They
Yeah.
refresh. So
He's
please
at
do
the
that.
top of the league. He could have kept quiet like Arsenal fans this week after losing, but he has given us tips. So be sure to use all your chips. And last but not least, Kevin again. It's been a pleasure. Catch you guys on game week 16. We out. Peace. Mo
See you guys. Thanks,
Salah
man.
running down the bench again.
Running down the bus, bro. The
Yeah,
bus, bro.
Running under the bus again.
Wah, jalan.
Okay, ciao.